I'm just going to do another video. So, as you might have seen, because every ex-Newcastle player, all the news gets put on Newcastle Evening Chronicle, all the Newcastle fan channels and everything. Florian Thauvin, who played for us under Steve McLaren, his contract runs out at the end of the season and he's linked with AC Milan. Now, Florian Thauvin is a player who, when we signed him, there was a bit of a mixture, I think, of the response. He had a not a very good year for Marseille before he came, and we had just had Remy Cabella, who, except for Hull away and I think Chelsea away, he was a bit of a disappointment. Could go past people but had no real end product, and I think we kind of went in when we got Thauvin that he was similar. I never felt Thauvin got a chance, and we, as a fan base, I think we wrote him off maybe because of how he dressed at times and the fact that he looked very shy and didn't really want to take on the ball at times. I remember he had a really good game in the League Cup against Northampton. I think Chris Wilder was the manager of Northampton at the time, and but Steve McLaren didn't use him, didn't do anything. He was homesick. Now, for me, homesickness for foreign players is interesting because if you are doing well, then I think homesickness becomes less of an issue. And I'll give you an example. Lucas Torreira, when he came into Arsenal, he was fantastic for them. He was a really good player. Everyone was raving about him. He then had a drop in form, and suddenly I want to go back to Spain. I want to go to Italy. I want to play abroad. And I think with Thauvin, maybe if he had been more incorporated into the team at the time, started more games, this might have helped, us keep him, because he didn't play much, and once he got the chance, he wanted to go back to Marseille straight away. And I know Rafa was really keen to keep him, but he couldn't convince him that his future was at Newcastle. And you look, he's been one of the best players in leagueN, sorry, League One. We're not Sunderland. leagueN for the last few years, and he is someone who goes past people, scores goals. Got into the French World Cup squad, no easy feat when you consider the French generation at the moment in terms of some of the wide players they've got. When you consider Mbappe plays wide, Kingsley Coleman. So for us to get in the squad is incredible. Now, when I see him tearing up, playing really well for Marseille team, being one of the stars, being linked with these big moves, I just think, what did we do with him? I wouldn't have had an issue if he had played loads of games and still flopped. But the fact that we hardly made an appearance, really wasn't really given a chance. And, at that time, we were not good. We did not have very good players. And I always say this with the Hatem and Arthur statement. Like, people at the time were like, "Oh, he should be dropped. He shouldn't stop. He's not a good player." But the alternative was Gabriel Obertan or Sissoko on the right, and it just drives me crazy that, yeah, okay, fine. This player may not be playing well or maybe a bit lazy, but if your alternative is not any improvement or any upgrade, I'd rather have the player who can win you the game. And I think with Thauvin, if we had treated him a bit better, played him more, at least we would have had a true reflection of his ability. But now he's going to go to AC Milan. AC Milan are leading Serie A at the moment, really taking it to a transitional year to transitional Juventus side this year, and it just frustrates me that we've had that player and we didn't use him appropriately. And I think you can list a few players at the moment who, I think we're all feeling that. But Florian Thauvin is definitely one. Can you guys let me know what you guys think about Florian Thauvin, and did we misuse him, or were we right to get rid of him? Was he not suited to the Premier League? I mean, we're not going to get him now, but I just feel it's such a missed opportunity.